Know the difference with Annex Wealth Management? Cory Borcherdt is with us. He's a financial planning specialist and a CFP and a key contributor to our financial planning team. Hey, Cory.
Hey, Danny.
So, folks, if you're in the later stages of your career, number one, congratulations. Number two, here's a 3-word phrase you might want to know, and that's cash flow modeling. I love the sound of those 3 words, cash flow modeling. Cory, is that just another version of asking what if?
Well, you know what I also like the sound of, Danny? Cash flow Cory. But to answer your question, cash flow modeling comes down to having a detailed financial plan that accounts for different inputs and assumptions to model your money ins and outs of retirement.
Yeah, I like that. And I also like your new rapper name.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, very nice. All right, folks, you're in a late-stage career. You've been saving, investing, wrapped up a nice pile of various funds. Got some big plans for retirement, too. Little of this, little of that, maybe a lot of something else, even more of something else. It's time to dream. It's time to plan. Cash flow modeling helps that plan. Cory, at what point do we haul out that tool out of the toolbox?
Yeah, well, hopefully you've done some planning throughout your lifetime, but it's never too late to assess your toolbox and potentially make adjustments to meet your goals. You know, many people would actually be surprised how small tweaks can have a big impact on your retirement cash flow. Things like working a few more years, your contributions, maybe some investment changes. They could be a big deal, but you want to start as soon as possible.
Okay, your brain is wired for planning, Cory. We don't all have that chip. Cash flow modeling is a tool. You can see how expenses will be funded in retirement. So that doesn't mean all expenses, or do you use cash flow modeling to see if, vacation homes or trips to France or that 70 muscle car that got away can be supported by the plan?
Yeah, cash flow modeling works for reoccurring expenses or one time. So it's important to analyze if you can afford a large purchase or which account you should optimally take those funds from. We call this distribution planning, right? There might be tax efficient ways to maybe optimize those withdrawals. So it's important you check with an advisor.
We're with Cory Borcherdt. He is a financial planning specialist, CFP in the planning team at Annex, talking about cash flow modeling. All right, let's say somebody's income exceeds their spending needs. Does that create opportunities? Can you reduce income taxes and still meet goals?
Yeah, there are a few factors, but if your income exceeds your spending needs, there could be opportunities. When you think about it, someone is going to spend that money. Either you're going to spend it during your lifetime, your beneficiaries, charities, or the government with taxes. Now, they could use the extra money, but there's ways to plan around that.
Cory bringing the truth. All right, what about the other way around? And this is probably more of the case. Grand plans, but a shortfall of assets and income. It's not great, but it's a good wake-up call.
Yeah, the good news is there are opportunities for both ends of the spectrum, whether you have a shortfall or a surplus. And there are a few different levers that you can pull on depending on what stage of life you're in. Some examples including evaluating your max retirement spending, what's the earliest you could retire, Social Securities, pensions, maybe consider annuity. There's other considerations, but of course you want to talk to an advisor first.
Sometimes life blindsides us. Cash flow modeling, can that highlight risks? Can that assist in planning methods to mitigate them, or is that just based on current facts?
Absolutely. I would think of this as going to the doctor to get a checkup. You might be healthy, but a screening can help highlight what those risks are.
Yeah, sometimes we don't want to go to the doctor. We need to go to the doctor.
Yeah, you don't want to hear about the bad things.
You don't. All right. How about long-term care? Is it a tool there?
Absolutely. This is statistically one of the largest risks to a financial plan, and we screen every financial plan at Annex because this is a very important risk to measure.
If you're in the late-stage career phase of your life, folks, now is the time for planning. And within that planning from Annex Wealth Management, cash flow modeling, our website, annexwealth.com, you just click that Get Started button, and let's start to talk about what Annex can do for you. Cory Borcherdt, financial planning specialist, CFP at Annex Wealth Management. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Danny.